Okay, let's do some final adjustments to this. I can always add all kinds of different objects to this. You can definitely add more to yours. But you can use the same general techniques I'm using. Make sure that shadow's the same size there. So it's looking pretty neat. A good way to look at this is by hitting the F key on your keyboard. Hit it again. Command or Control 0 will make that a bigger image so you can see how nice it looks, or where you need to adjust some things. I have my rulers shown here. I can take those off by hitting Command R on a Mac or Control R on a PC. Bring them back. If I want to get those rulers back again, Command R. Hit the F button to get back to our regular working view here. Alright, now a couple of things I could do. I could adjust. Maybe I want these rocks not to be quite so light colorless. I can click on that layer, do an adjustment layer, do a hue saturation sub layer above that, adjustment layer, raise the saturation. I'm just looking at the rocks right now. That's good. They're more saturated. I can even change the hue of them a little bit if I wanted to. A little more towards the pink, a little more towards that castle color, whatever I want to do. That's pretty good. Can close this. Now, the only problem is this adjustment layer is affecting all the background. If I just wanted to affect that rock, hold the Option or the Alt key, position your cursor between these two layers. See that arrow? Click with your mouse or your keypad or your trackpad, and that will lock that adjustment just to that layer. I can do another one underneath that, another adjustment layer. For this one, I might do levels. With levels, I can move this here, and all those dark colors start to go towards black. Move this here, all those other light colors start to go to the brights. Maybe I'll just do that little. My medium gray can become more that way, more that way. I think something like that might look pretty good. Okay, no, you don't have to do all these layers. I'm just showing you some different ones. Not too bad. Once again, those two layers are just affecting that rock layer. Now, quite often these older images are a little more fantastical or feel a little more vintage or grungy. I like to add some layers of texture. I'll show you how to do that in a second. So I'm going to, on my layers window here, I'm going to make sure I'm on my top layer. I'm going to place an image. Let's try a couple of these. So I'm going to try this parchment layer. Place. Okay, I'm double clicking. Now these are all large images. So when I search for images or take photos, I make sure they're all large images. Zoom out. And I'm going to cover this whole thing. Command T. Transform it so it covers the whole image. Command T. Maybe just half the image. Maybe I just want to cover the sky area, but let's do the whole image for now. Command T, hold the Shift key down to distort it a little bit. Shift key, grab that corner so it fits in there. Double click. Perfect. No, I just want a little subtle adjustment, so I'm going to click here. A couple things I can do. Lower the opacity, right? Or do one of these these blending layers here. Make it an overlay, soft light, so it's just a subtle texture. It sort of ties everything together in an even tone, gives this vintage textured look. And I can do that in combination with opacity, lower the opacity a little. Right? So if I poke the eyeball out on that layer, I can see the difference here. One's a little more vintage, one's a little more clear. I can also experiment with some of these different ones. Ooh, that's a nice dark view. Darken, multiply, color burn, linear burn. They can get really dark, lighten. Do some weird ones like hue, saturation, color, extrusion, difference, all kinds of wacky ones you can do. I'm going to go for like that one, multiply, sort of like the color burn. These are really gritty feeling, but I'm going to lower the opacity quite a bit. Alright. too bad. Maybe a little bit more. Now, if I don't want that effect over everything on this image, I could click on that layer, add a layer mask. It's not doing anything right now, but once again, I can erase into certain parts I don't want it to affect. White will erase into things. Make my brush bigger. So I get 50%, lower the opacity a little bit more. So maybe if I really don't want to affect this part of this rock here, I could erase into that layer and it'll lighten that area up. Just doesn't have to be real strong. Some subtle changes. I'll switch it back. I can bring some of those darker layers back. Okay. Oh, I have that grass one. Maybe the grass would look better. So, that's entirely up to you. How you want to do this. I like to keep it a little bit flexible. I think I like that effect better. Pretty good start. There's other things I could do. I would blend some of these things a little more. I could add other parts of houses here. Add maybe some fish or boats or ships down here. All kinds of fun things I could add. Some clouds. Let me try one more quick thing to see how that works. File. Let me go back here to the top layer. Let me go underneath that top layer. File. Place embedded. I have some translucent background dust. I have some clouds or smoke. Try that and see how that works. It gives it a little more of a mysterious, misty feel here. Alright. Transform, make it a little bit smaller. Just gives it a Command Z. Let me lock that parchment layer. There's my smoke layer. It gives it a little more of a misty, mysterious look to it. You can do that if you want. Make it real small, just surround the house. Okay. It gets mistier, sort of misty down here. Ooh, might look nice down there. How can I duplicate this? Option Control, or Option click drag, or I have this selected. Command C, Command V. We'll copy and paste it. Now I have that one here. Command T. I can right click, flip that over so it's a little bit different. Alright, so not repeated. Looks like it has to clean up the edges here. A little bit more mysterious, foggy section here. Yeah, maybe not. It's up to you. I think I'm going to go without those. There's all kinds of different things you can do to blend these layers in. And have fun with it. Make a pretty exciting image. And make sure you save at the end.